We've got two Man U fans that we've been bullying all day today. Me and Steph are actually managing the whole of Bristol as well this week.
I've finally made a little bit of a break from.
As you can see, Millie is just turning up late. She'll probably, you think she'd have a jog on, wouldn't you? But looks a little bit like Steph is setting up a little jog dealing business. I'm being a hero today and saving Jordan, who is parked over there with a car with no diesel in it. All day this morning we've been trying to cover a session in Bristol, but had a bit of a tough day yesterday, so didn't get a chance to vlog. And that I said to Jay, you can choose any place, your absolute favourite place in the world. Where do you want to go, Jay? Hello everybody and welcome back to uSports Weekly. This is week 5 where we give you a behind the scenes look at what it's like running a sports coaching business. We are a small business here in the UK and we have ups and downs every day, so I'm going to give you a highlight of that through this week. So you might be wondering why I'm in here in our sports equipment cupboard. Well, this is because a few weeks ago this just turned to absolute mess, and we've tidied it up over the weekend. So Steph has done an amazing job putting it all together. It's important for us that if a coach comes in and they need a bag of footballs, then we actually give them a bag with 10 footballs which are pumped up, for example. So just making sure it all looks tidy. Behind you as well, we've got Dan pumping up all of our footballs. Got like another 5 or 6 boxes worth of footballs. So Dan's doing that right here, which is great. And we've also got some Man U fans in the office, and depends when you're watching this, but Man U were 3-0 up and they nearly gave away a lead and went to 3-3 against Coventry City, went to penalties, but luckily they scraped through. So we've got two Man U fans that we've been bullying all day today. This is one of them. This is one of them.
You get on Saturday.
Now, me and Steph actually had a bit of a shock Friday evening where we got an email from Ben, who leads our Bristol area, just as a bit of a roundup to the week and to let us know what's going on this week, because he's going on holiday. He's off to Italy all week. We forgot, which means that me and Steph are actually managing the whole of Bristol as well this week. Fingers crossed that all goes well. He's actually set it up really well, so hopefully there'll be no major issues. Now, one of the lows of the business, first thing Monday morning, and got a email come in to say basically that we're not going to be getting 100 hours worth of work that we thought we were. We had already had a contract signed on for summer, which puts us in a bit of a difficult position trying to work out what's going on here. There's one particular contract that's huge for us over summer, and it's just not going to plan right now. So we're just trying to work out what's going on. That's gonna hit us pretty hard. So I'm hoping we can push to get those hours back in. And we've also had some good news, which is our schools tournament that we are running. It's one of the biggest tournaments we've ever run. We're gonna have 48 different teams coming down. We've got 4 schools already signed up, which means that we're down to like 40 spaces left. All of the letters are going out today, phone calls going out, emails going out, so I'm sure that's going to keep boosting, but that's going to be a massive event for uSports, and yeah, so it's good to see teams start signing up for that as well.
Hello team, so it's Monday afternoon now, and we have started our staff training, so that's going on behind us. What Rob's doing here is you've actually got a more experienced coach working with a less experienced coach, so we're able to help them upskill from a mentoring point of view. So the more experienced coaches, and for them to learn how to mentor effectively, but also for the younger coaches to get real good practice and understand the way that we like to do things here at uSports. So it's a good way to bring the team together. This is just a few of the team, and this is actually a challenge that we've got at the moment in the business, is that the attendance at in-house events, at in-person events, just isn't quite where we'd want it to be. Got a lot of people behind us, but still there's a good 90 people extra that could be here. As you can see, Millie is just turning up late. She'll probably, you think she'd have a jog on, wouldn't you? But no, she's actually just going to walk in as slow as she can. But she knows she's been caught out now. Morning teams, it's Tuesday morning and I'm in the office. Just had an email through from one of our bigger contracts, and it goes on to say, may I continue to reiterate how impressed we are with you, Afreen. You really are a credit to yourself and the uSports company. I've had nothing but incredibly positive feedback from every member of staff we've come into contact with. Thanks for being such a fab coach. Now,
I think sometimes when we're in the office, we get a lot of the sort of the tough things come our way, and we don't always get positive stuff flooding in, as it were. So just to get that this morning, I needed that this morning. It's really good. So really pleased. And just on good news as well, obviously this time going up to summer, we are constantly looking at selling because a lot of schools will change their providers for the new school year. So Jordan's been working on sales. You had a good email in today, is that right?
Yeah, I've been speaking to a head teacher at a school for a long time now. It's
a very long time, yeah.
I've finally made a little bit of a breakthrough. I think I've had about 5 phone calls of 20 emails. I had a little bit of a breakthrough. So we've got a meeting booked in on the 8th of May now. To see what we can do for them after summer holidays, really, starting September.
Yeah, that's good. Have you got anything else coming in at the moment?
I'm waiting on 2 nurseries to confirm from their directors if they want to go ahead.
Nice.
One of them will be 3 nurseries, all within about, I'll say, 10-minute drive from where we're based.
Yeah.
And one of them's one over in Windsor, so that's 4 nurseries in total.
Yeah.
Hopefully a holiday club sports session for them as well. They run the holidays.
Yep.
For the nurseries as well, so some bit of work to do over summer and May and stuff like that. So yeah,
that's good. Yeah, and I think that's so for us actually as a business right now. We already know with some of our contracts coming to an end, some of our bigger contracts because of staffing changes or budgets. So what we can't ever do is just sit on what we have. We have to always keep pushing forwards and don't ever take your foot off the gas on the sales because it's so important to grow in the business. Right, good news team. Just spoke to Jacko, who is our schools manager, about our trial session that happened at school yesterday. And what was the update on that, Jack?
Yeah, they really enjoyed the session. Session went really well. And they're quite keen to sort of move forward with everything, so much they enjoyed the session, and yeah, we're just looking forward to getting started. Yeah,
so that's something we are really excited about. That's potentially 3 full days worth of work, so fingers crossed that one comes in. Guys, so Jack has just made a very interesting comment. Looks a little bit like Steph is setting up a little drug dealing business, but she's not, don't worry. We are actually pushing forward with the business, and we are setting up new phones so that at the moment, because we're getting more and more calls, we'll be on the phone to somebody, and then the phone will be ringing, and it just doesn't. There's no other way we can answer it. We'd have to hang up on the person that we've got. So this way, we're now going to have a outbound phone and an inbound phone, which will mean that when other parents are calling us, then there'll be more chance of us being able to answer the phone to everybody that calls the office. Team, so I'm wondering why I'm in a car park. Well, I'm being a hero today and saving Jordan, who is parked over there with a car with no diesel in it, so I've come to save him with 5 litres of diesel. So you owe me 15 quid, mate. But yeah, so hopefully that fixes his car. Right, guys, it's not looking very good. We've filled up the car and it's just ticking over. It's just not starting up. So looks like we're gonna have to call the recovery vehicle. Jordan's just gonna give it one more try. Okay, so just after I started filming that, it actually started up, which is brilliant. So Jordan's been able to start it up. He's gonna meet me at the office. Just gonna double check it still starts and that before he drives home. But yeah, lucky one there, because we thought he was gonna be calling a recovery vehicle. Tried it one more time and it just started up. So happy days. I think it was just that he ran out of fuel and he's a bit of a numpty. It's the afternoon and I'm in the office, and all day this morning we've been trying to cover a session in Bristol. Bear in mind I'm in Reading. The Bristol area manager Ben is on holiday at the moment, and we just can't find anyone to cover a session which is an hour and 45 minutes away, which does mean that I'm going to be jumping in the van, find an audio book, and I'll be driving about 2 hours down to Bristol and back. But we have got some very good news that Jordan just been on the phone with somebody about a big contract, and he's not going to let us know over text. He's going to say it in the office, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that's going to be a big one. On that as well, we've also been doing holiday camp work today, so we've obviously just finished Easter, but now May half term is the next one. So we have all the flyers that need to be edited and created, all the booking links, the whole website, and so Alicia and Steph have been working on that today, and Millie. So that's good because we need that ready as soon as possible so parents can start getting booked on. So hopefully we can start seeing more bookings for May half term, and as we know, summer is the big one. May half term is 4 days. I think summer is about 30 days, and we need to fill up every single day at every single one of our venues, which is a big challenge, but we should, if it goes well, it's the most profitable time of the year. So yeah.
Hello, so I am here in Bristol now. It's taking just under 2 hours to get here, and yeah, I've got an after school club for 10 kids, so it's like a 4-hour round trip to get here for quite a small after school club. But it's the fact that we've promised the school a delivery, and we're gonna make sure it happens. Obviously, normally this is covered, and but it was just a last minute change. We just haven't been able to get anybody to come and do it. So yeah, I had to jump in the van and get down here, which I don't mind, because ultimately, you know, there's a lot of success that we're seeing in Bristol, and we're getting more and more work, and I think it's just important we keep that reputation up at all times. But I'm going to enjoy today's session. I think I need it today. I've had a bit of a rough day, so just go in, just have a nice session with some kids, play, go do some dodgeball and some uni hockey today, and just make it nice and chill. Right team, so I'm finally back home. I've been out probably about 6.5 hours in total, and I think this is where, as a business owner, you have such great days and you have, you know, awful days. You know, Easter only a couple of weeks ago, we were getting really high numbers, a very profitable few weeks, and you know, I wasn't on the ground coaching. We had a great team in place, and it was all happy days. Whereas today, you know, it's ultimately everything finally falls onto me and Steph running the business. And if you know, if I hadn't gone today, that session wouldn't have gone ahead. That contract would potentially be at risk, and ultimately it's something that would damage our reputation, and it's something we can't afford to happen. So yeah, it's these times when, as a business owner, you have to just step up and do the things that nobody else would do, and you can't expect anybody else to do that either. It's not like, you know, I can't expect any of the team to drop whatever they're doing last minute and drive 2 hours. It's not fair. Like, I guess one of the not necessarily a low, because I was on the phone and getting work done, and yeah, and listening to an audio book and stuff like that, so it was productive to some extent. But it's just like, yeah, maybe reminded me back to the earlier days at uSports, where I'd have to go and jump in a session whenever, wherever, and it just felt a little bit like that today. So yeah, I'm pleased I'm home. Hopefully Steph's got dinner on for me as well. Hello guys, so it's Friday morning now, and had a bit of a tough day yesterday, so didn't get a chance to vlog it. And actually it was a very, very tough day. I can't go into too much details, but we're gonna you'll find out over the next few weeklies anyway, so look out for that. But we also did have some good news yesterday. We had a school wanting to go for us for like 30 hours worth of work a week to start immediately, and another school showing a lot of interest in wanting to go up to 20 hours a week of one-to-one sessions, starting as soon as possible until summer. So that's going to be good. But yeah, hopefully some more good news comes in as well. I need it after yesterday. Now, I said I needed some good news, and sort of got some bad news, but sort of good news. So a school has actually approached us saying that, look, they love the coach that we've given them, so much so they actually want to offer that coach a job. Now, obviously, if that happens, then we lose the work and we lose a good coach. But luckily, the school got a really good relationship with them, and they've been open and honest with us. We've got a clause in the contract that sort of like prevents that from happening, or if it does, there's a certain agreement that we come to. So hopefully we can get through that and keep a positive relationship with the school. So that's a bit of a mixed one. So it could be good if it all goes well, but yeah, at the same time, not great that we could be losing the hours. So I have just had some good news. Last weekly, I said that we'd had an email which said that we were going to lose about 100 hours worth of work a week over summer. I've just spoken to that organisation, and turns out there's a bit of a miscommunication, and we've actually got that plus more. So over summer now, it's looking like it's rebooted up, which means that all the coaches that thought they were getting work have definitely got that work. But again, just a real unnecessary low, thinking we're losing that much work over summer, and then to have the high of it coming back in, which is a bit of a result. Now, there was a couple more updates actually. So Jay's just got off the phone with our new apprentice that's starting on Monday. So it's great to see new people join in. We just need to make sure that he's doing his 24 hours on the job. So we need to fill up his timetable, make sure that's all sorted, get his induction sorted, get all his kit and everything. So that's on the to-do list for today. Finally, I had a school that had locked in for a year. After 12 weeks, had decided that they wanted to change the provision, or not move forward with the contract, which put us in a difficult position because they've committed to a year. They've only done 12 weeks, and they want to sort of step out of it straight away. So when it happens like that, we're always trying to keep the best relationship with the schools as possible, but also being fair to everyone involved. They came to an agreement, and yeah, we proposed something forwards, and they've actually agreed on it, which means that the relationship
with that school is still positive. It means we're not working with them, but hopefully we can maybe pick up some more work with them in the future because the way we're leaving it, which is good. Right, so I thought I'd bring Rob into today's weekly just to talk about the apprentices that we've got. So we know we've got a new apprentice starting on Monday. It's a bit of a push for us as a business to push the apprentices and move away from relying on so many self-employed coaches. Do you want to just talk us through why we're doing that and why we think apprenticeships are a good option?
Yeah, I think with the apprentices, they learn how to coach through that sort of 18-month course. But the great thing for us is they learn all about uSports as well, and how, like, the uSports philosophy, how we coach, and how we can develop them, bring them on, and they sort of their journey to see them how they can improve over 18 months is brilliant. And then it's just a case of, for us, it's sort of we can get them quite quickly to do lunch clubs, after school clubs, but then we're still progressing them while they're learning to do these things as well. Eventually they can do PE.
And for like Jay, who's recruiting, I won't bring him in, but Jay, who's recruiting, like if a self-employed coach comes in, on average they maybe leave every 5 or 6 months, whereas an apprentice is more likely to stay for 2-3+ years, which is going to make a big difference for us as well in terms of consistency to the schools. So cheers, Robbo.
Thank you.
We've got some new coaches. Actually, one starting today, didn't have an induction yet. So Jay said, I said to Jay, you can choose any place, your absolute favourite place in the world. Where do you want to go, Jay? And he said, where are you going? He's going Cheveley Services to do the induction. So he can't wait. He's buzzing to get out the door. I hope you have fun today, mate. All right. Give us a wave, mate. Jay's really stepped up. The person who needs an induction lives about an hour away from the office, so rather than expect them to come all the way here and then drive an hour back to their session this afternoon, he's stepped up and he's going to sort of meet her halfway, which is really helpful. So I am really taking the mick, Jay, but I think it's like that next level that he's going to make sure that new coach has a good experience is actually very good, but just easy to take the mick out. Right, team, so we had a little delivery come in during the week, and we spoke about trying to brand everything up a little bit more. So we've ordered feather banners. We've ordered one as a trial to see whether we want to order about 25 of them and spend £2,500 on branding. So we've got the one here. I'm going to build it together and see what it looks like, and go from there.
You're not going to be able to reach it.
Yeah, I won't reach that yet. Millie taking the mick out of me. And there you have it. So that's the banner. This is actually the second time I've seen it, but I'm still deciding on whether it's the right thing for us. So, do we spend £2,500 getting 25 of these? Does it give us a presence at camp? Yes. When parents turn up, is it a little bit more obvious where they're meant to go? Yes. But it's £2,500 that you probably don't have to spend. But as you can see, like we've done the van. We are really trying to brand things up a little bit more. So I think with that, we'll probably wrap up this weekly as well. It's Friday afternoon now. So hopefully you've enjoyed this week. Again, lots of ups, lots of downs. The realities of running a sports coaching business. We're very fortunate. We have lots of work coming in, got great coaches on the ground, good quality. There's a lot goes into running a business. If you have enjoyed today's video, don't forget that we do a weekly every Sunday, 6 AM. It gets dropped on YouTube. You can go back and look at the other weeklies. You can click here to find one of them. But hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.